Columbiana County health officials gave us some specifics today as to what led to nearly 300 people being quarantined. They tell us that there were several so-called super spreader events. So what's being done to crack down on safety measures? Chris Cirinelli picks up the story from there in Lisbon.
Well, good evening. Yeah, health officials here in Columbiana County have tied many of these recent cases that have spiked in the county to indoor gatherings like church functions and funerals. Tonight, I talked to one area funeral home who says they have many measures in place to help them be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
I don't know what the next steps are.
Laura Faust of the Columbiana County Health District says county and state health departments are at a loss trying to drive home to people how important COVID prevention measures are.
You know, we've been talking with the governor. They're constantly asking us what's happening in our county, you know, all of the counties, and they're trying to gather that information to make good choices on what we can do to try to help stop the spread. And I don't know what the answer is to that.
According to the health department, several events in the last 2 weeks have led to a huge spike in COVID cases that have at least 300 people now quarantined. One of them, an indoor funeral where folks were there from out of state and didn't wear masks or socially distance. That resulted in at least 4 COVID cases.
One of their first questions to me is, what am I allowed to have for our loved one?
Local funeral directors say many local funeral homes have similar safeguards to keep patrons healthy.
We make sure that everyone has face masks when they enter the building. Everything's clearly marked outside and maintain their 6 feet social distancing. In the obituary, we ask that everyone maintains the distance, wears a mask, and they do not linger once inside the funeral home.
But health officials stress that all the precautions in the world won't do any good if people don't follow them.
It's hard, but we just got to stick with that because those are the best tools that we have.
In Lisbon with more local news, I'm Chris Cirinelli.